I still remember the night I realized love can quietly disappear while you're still holding on to it. It wasn't loud. There were no arguments, no slammed doors, no dramatic endings, just silence. The kind that slowly grows between two people until it becomes louder than words. My name is Millie, and I wasn't born into comfort or luxury. I was born into struggle. A small house, cracked walls, a leaking roof that whispered stories every time it rained. My mother worked day and night, stitching clothes for people who barely remembered her name. And me? I grew up learning one thing very early. Nothing in life is given. Everything is earned. But even after all that hardship, I still believed in something soft. Love. I believed that one day someone would see me, not my worn-out clothes, not my empty pockets, but me. And I thought I found that person. His name was Daniel. He came into my life like sunlight breaking through clouds. Gentle, kind, or at least that's what I believed. "I don't care where you come from," he once told me, holding my hands like I was something precious. "I care about where you're going." And for the first time in my life, I felt chosen. We built dreams together, small ones, simple ones, a better home, a stable life, a future where struggle wouldn't follow me like a shadow. I worked hard, took extra shifts, skipped meals, saved every single penny. And Daniel? He was my motivation. Or maybe he was my illusion. Because what I didn't know that day was that not everyone who walks beside you is walking with you. Some are just waiting for the right moment to walk ahead without you. Everything began to change slowly. At first, I ignored it. Late replies, missed calls, the warmth in his voice fading into something distant. "Work has been stressful," he would say. And I believed him. Because when you love someone deeply, you don't question them. You protect their image in your mind, even when it starts breaking. But one evening, everything shifted. I had just finished a long shift. My hands were trembling, my body exhausted, but my heart was still hopeful. I wanted to surprise him, so I went to his apartment without calling. And that was my mistake. Because sometimes the truth doesn't need to be searched. It waits, right behind a door. I still remember the moment I stood there, frozen. The door wasn't fully closed. Voices, a woman's voice, soft laughter, followed by his. The same laugh that once felt like home. My heart didn't break instantly. It paused, as if it didn't want to believe what it was hearing. Then I heard him say something I will never forget. "She doesn't know anything. She's too busy trying to build a life she thinks we share." That sentence didn't just hurt. It erased everything. Every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every dream I built with him. I stepped back slowly, my body numb. I didn't cry. Not yet. Because pain like that doesn't come out as tears immediately. It sits inside you. Heavy, silent, burning. That night I walked home alone. And for the first time, I didn't feel poor because of money. I felt empty because of trust. Days passed. I didn't confront him. I watched, observed, and the truth unfolded on its own. He wasn't just betraying me emotionally. He was using me. The money I saved, the plans I made, they were all stepping stones for him, for a life he was building without me. That's when something inside me changed. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly. The girl who believed in love without limits started learning the value of boundaries. The girl who trusted blindly started seeing clearly. And the girl who once thought she needed him realized she didn't need anyone. But what I didn't know
was that this wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning of something far more powerful.
Revenge doesn't always look like chaos. Sometimes it looks like growth. I didn't confront Daniel. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I didn't expose him publicly. Because I realized something important. People like him don't need to be destroyed by others. They destroy themselves. Instead, I focused on me. I took every ounce of pain, every broken piece of trust, and turned it into fuel. I worked harder, smarter. I started my own small business, something I had always dreamed of but never had the courage to pursue. Days turned into months. Months turned into transformation. And slowly, my life began to change. Not because someone helped me, but because I chose myself. And then one day, life did something unexpected. I saw him again. But this time, I wasn't the same Millie. He looked at me with surprise, almost disbelief. "Millie, you've changed," he said. I smiled, not out of love, not out of pain, but out of peace. "Yes," I replied softly. I finally did. I didn't ask him questions. I didn't seek closure, because I no longer needed answers from someone who once chose to lie. As I walked away, I realized something powerful. The best revenge isn't making someone suffer. It's becoming someone they can no longer reach, someone they can no longer recognize, and more importantly, someone who no longer needs them. Today, I live the life I once dreamed of. Not perfect, but mine. And if there's one thing I've learned through all of this, it's this. Trust should never cost you your self-worth. Love should never make you feel small. And the moment you choose yourself, everything begins to change. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed by those closest to you, know that you are stronger than the pain. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And remember, keep blooming. If you like my story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it.